Hello Bengaluru, this is Srikanth Narasimhan, founder of Bengaluru NavaNirmana party BNP. I am here talking to you about a very important topic that governs Bengaluru. When we ask people what is the problem that Bengaluru faces, many of us say it's bad roads, traffic problems, garbage lying all around, or overflowing drains or poorly maintained lakes. Well, I don't call them problems, they are called symptoms. When we get a headache, the headache is not the problem, it's just a symptom. The underlying problem could be a migraine or low blood pressure or who knows, even a brain tumor. Similarly, what we are talking of usually are symptoms that Bengaluru faces. The real problem is something else. What is the real problem that faces Bengaluru? And that is the law or the act that governs Bengaluru, whether it is the existing BBMP Act or the new Greater Bengaluru Governance Bill that the Karnataka government has currently proposed. An act causing problems for Bengaluru? How so, you might ask? Here is how. Watch this video very carefully. Here is point number 1. When it comes to running the country, we give the Prime Minister the full power and the authority to appoint a cabinet of ministers along with the top bureaucrat of the country, cabinet secretary, and the entire bureaucracy reporting into the PM, and we give the PM a 5-year term to deliver on his promises. Similarly, when it comes to the Chief Minister of the state of Karnataka, we have given him the full power and authority to appoint a cabinet of ministers along with the top bureaucrat of the state, the Chief Secretary, along with the entire bureaucracy reporting into the Chief Minister, and we have given the Chief Minister a 5-year term to deliver on his promises. And if either the Prime Minister or the Chief Minister does not deliver, we have the power to bring about change, which we have done over a period of time, over many years. But when it comes to the city and the city government, that is BBMP, this principle unfortunately does not hold good. Why? Because the mayor, who is the head of the city government, that is BBMP, is not empowered. The mayor does not have the power to appoint a council of ministers. The mayor does not have the power for the chief commissioner to report into him. The mayor does not even get a 5-year term. If this is the situation, how can an elected government like BBMP deliver? How can an elected mayor be held accountable? And this is problem number 1, and this is the demand number 1 of BNP, to empower the mayor and the council for the city's problems to be solved. Problem number 2, 12th schedule of the Indian Constitution talks about 18 different functions that have to be devolved to BBMP. That includes water supply, fire services, town planning, solid waste management, street lights, footpaths, drains, so on and so forth. And guess what? Over a period of time, successive Congress, BJP and JDS governments have taken or usurped each of these functions one by one, created parastatal agencies like BWSSB, BDA, BSWML and so on and so forth, creating a whole host of confusion and coordination issues. Unless all these functions are brought under one umbrella of BBMP, for it to be administered efficiently, the city does not have a future. So that is our demand number 2, which is to bring all these functions under BBMP. And lastly, in the existing BBMP Act or in the proposed Greater Bengaluru Governance Bill, there are provisions like publishing of auditor accounts every year, conducting an internal audit, displaying projects in the public domain, conducting BBMP elections on time, so on and so forth, including forming ward committees, area sabhas, none of which have been implemented. That is our key demand number 3, to implement all of these properly. If Bengaluru needs to have a good, bright future, these 3 key demands need to be met. These changes and reforms have to be brought about in the new bill that's being introduced, and that's the only way for all of us to work towards rebuilding Bengaluru and work towards making Bengaluru the best city in the world. Thank you for listening. If you want to know more about this topic, please read our online petition. I've also created a longer video with the full explanation of these points. Please go through the same. Please join the movement called BNP, Bengaluru NavaNirmana Party. Let's together make Bengaluru the best city in the world. Thank you.